In a world of shadows loom and hearts grow weary, where pain is deep and souls are dreary, there's a melody, a song of hope, a whispered promise, a way to cope in every corner where darkness remains. In a heart where love remains, there's a yearning.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through all the noise to bring you the sharpest insights from really great sources. Today, we're diving into something I think affects pretty much every student out there: stress, and more importantly, how to actually master it for, academic success. Our guide for this particular deep dive is this really insightful book. It's called Stress-Free Studying: Your Key to Acing Every Exam, and it's by Shu-Chen Hao, PhD. So our mission today is basically to pull out the practical, actionable stuff, strategies, mindset shifts, things from this guide that can genuinely help you navigate your studies with, well, maybe a bit more calm and confidence. We're going to look at how understanding stress can actually be like a superpower, some surprising facts about its impact on learning, and then we'll get into the concrete steps, optimizing your study space, mastering test taking, basically how to ace exams without that usual overwhelm. So yeah, get ready to maybe rethink how you study. Okay, so let's kick things off with stress itself. It feels like a constant companion, doesn't it? Especially when deadlines are looming, but is it always the bad guy?
That's a really great question to start with. Because in short bursts, stress is actually natural. It can even be beneficial. Think of it like your body's old school fight or flight response. It's designed to gear you up for challenges. So physiologically, your brain tells your adrenal glands, okay, release adrenaline, release cortisol. And that increases your heart rate, gives you a burst of energy. That initial push can actually help you focus on a tough problem or, power through a short study session.
Right, like a temporary turbo boost. That makes sense. But where does it cross the line into being harmful?
Exactly. The problem starts with prolonged exposure. When those stress hormones are constantly flooding your system, that's when you get the fatigue, the anxiety, and, crucially for studying, a real decrease in cognitive function, which is obviously counterproductive.
So you need to recognize the signs then.
Absolutely. You need to ask yourself, are you finding it hard to concentrate, feeling irritable, getting headaches all the time, feeling tired even after sleeping? That's self-awareness. It's really the first essential step, so you could be proactive about it.
And it's not just happening inside our heads, is it? The book mentions environment and social stuff too.
Yeah, Dr. Hell makes a great point there. Stress isn't just individual. It's heavily influenced by our environment, our social interactions. Having good support systems, friends, family, even a solid study group that plays a huge role in buffering those negative effects. It's like a collective shield.
Okay, so stress isn't just a feeling, it's physically messing with how we learn. How exactly does it impact absorbing information, retaining it?
It's quite direct, actually. When you're stressed, your brain literally struggles to encode new information properly. It's like,
Right.
imagine trying to take notes during a storm, the information gets smudged or maybe just lost altogether.
Okay.
And then during an exam, when you're anxious, that stress actively interferes with retrieving what you've learned. It makes recall incredibly difficult. The info feels locked away, just out of reach.
Which sounds like it leads straight into that awful vicious cycle, right? You're stressed, so you don't want to study, you fall behind.
Which causes more stress.
Exactly, it's a student's nightmare.
It really is. So the crucial question becomes, how do you break that cycle? And the book, Dr. Howe's book, emphasizes that the goal isn't really to eliminate stress. I mean, that's probably unrealistic for most people. It's about managing it effectively, developing habits that promote relaxation, balance, positivity, creating a healthier space for learning.
Right. And a big part of that management has to be figuring out what specifically triggers your stress, doesn't it? Because it's different for everyone.
Precisely. And Dr. Howe suggests a really practical tool for this, keeping a stress journal, just for a week or two. Don't just write, I'm stressed. Track your feelings, how you reacted, and, really importantly, what was going on right then.
So you can see patterns, like maybe it's always late night cramming.
Exactly. Or maybe it's wrestling with a specific subject for hours. This self-reflection is powerful. Patterns emerge. And once you see those patterns, you can tailor your coping strategies. Maybe you switch to morning study if late nights cause anxiety. Maybe smaller study groups work better for you.
And it's not just the study habits themselves. The book talks about external pressures too, right? Like expectations from family or even ourselves, social media
Oh,
comparisons.
absolutely. Those external factors are huge contributors.
Yeah.
Unrealistic expectations, that constant comparison trap on social media, it all adds up. So having supportive people around you, but also learning to set boundaries with them and with yourself, that becomes incredibly important. You have to protect your mental space.
Okay, this next part sounds, well, potentially transformative. The book talks about the power of positive thinking. Now, for some, that might sound a bit fluffy. How can just changing thoughts make a real difference with studying?
Yeah, I get why it might sound that way, but it's really not just a platitude. It's about a fundamental shift in mindset. A positive mindset literally creates a more receptive environment in your brain for success. It actively reduces anxiety. It shifts your focus away from dwelling on potential failure towards seeing achievable goals. Instead of what if I fail, it's how can I succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Mentally walking through the steps builds calm, builds genuine confidence, and that has real physiological effects, reducing those stress hormones.
So it's more like active mental conditioning than just wishing. And the book mentions affirmations, like saying, I am capable or I'll do my best. Does that stuff actually work?
It really can, yes. It sounds simple, but positive self-talk reinforces positive pathways in the brain. It builds a constructive feedback loop. Dr. Howe's work and a lot of other research shows that an optimistic outlook doesn't just make you feel better. It leads to lower chronic stress, better physical health, and importantly, it helps you see challenges as opportunities for growth, not just threats.
Okay, that makes more sense. And tied into that, the book talks about setting realistic goals. We're always told aim high, but maybe that backfires sometimes, especially for students.
It definitely can backfire. Aiming high is great, but if the goals aren't achievable, it just leads to frustration and more stress. This is where Dr. Howe brings in the SMART criteria. You've probably heard of it. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. But she applies it specifically to cut down academic overwhelm. So instead of vaguely saying, I need to study more, a SMART goal is, I will review 2 chapters of biology by Thursday afternoon.
Much clearer. Gives you something concrete to aim for and check off.
Exactly. It lets you track progress, give you a clear target, and you get that little dopamine hit of accomplishment when you reach it.
And understanding your own learning style fits in here too, right? Like knowing if you work best in short bursts.
Precisely. If you know you focus best for, say, 25 minutes, then plan your goals around that. Don't try to force yourself into 3-hour marathon sessions if that just burns you out. And flexibility is key too. Life happens. It's okay to adjust your goals if something takes longer or something unexpected comes up. That adaptability actually reduces stress.
And celebrating the small wins, that sounds important for morale.
Huge. Acknowledging those steps, however small, boosts morale, encourages consistency, and reinforces that positive mindset we were just talking about.
It's so easy to be hard on ourselves though, isn't it? Especially when we mess up, get a bad grade. How does self-compassion fit into this stress-free studying idea?
Oh, self-compassion is absolutely crucial, especially perhaps for students who tend to be high achievers. Instead of that harsh inner critic, I'm so stupid, I should have done better. Self-compassion is about embracing the fact that everyone struggles. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of learning. It's about validating your feelings when you face a setback and consciously replacing I should have with something like, okay, that didn't go as planned. It's okay. What can I learn from this?
That shift sounds vital for not burning out.
It really is. It builds genuine resilience, not just pushing through exhaustion.
And the book mentions mindfulness here too, like deep breathing or meditation.
Yes, even just a few minutes a day. Practicing mindfulness helps you become aware of that inner critic without judgment. It helps you challenge those negative thought patterns more effectively.
Makes sense. And having people to talk to about struggles probably helps too.
Absolutely. Building that supportive community, sharing vulnerabilities, you often realize you're not alone in feeling that way.
Yeah.
And focusing on celebrating your effort, your dedication, not just the final grade that builds self-esteem, which is a powerful buffer against stress.
Okay, let's shift gears to some SMART strategies. Lots of students feel like they read the textbook, but nothing sticks. Dr. Howe says passive reading is a big time waster. So what active learning strategies does she recommend?
Yeah, passive reading is really inefficient. Dr. Howe strongly advocates for active engagement. One really powerful one is study groups. Collaborating, sharing insights, clarifying doubts. It forces you to think critically. And importantly, trying to teach a concept to someone else is one of the best ways to solidify your own understanding.
Right. It immediately shows you where the gaps are in your own knowledge.
Exactly. And self-quizzing is another great one. Using flashcards, quiz apps, even just generating your own questions about the material. It forces active recall, which is much better for memory than just passively rereading notes.
And technology can help here, right? Not just distract.
Definitely. Online quizzes, interactive simulations, educational videos, they can make learning much more dynamic and engaging than just staring at a page.
The Pomodoro Technique also gets a lot of attention in the book. Can you break that down for us? Seems popular.
It is popular, and for good reason. It's simple but effective. Basically, you work in focused bursts, usually 25 minutes, called the Pomodoro. During that 25 minutes, you focus only on your task, no distractions. Then you take a short break, usually 5 minutes. After 4 of these Pomodoros, you take a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes.
And the benefit is?
The benefits are huge. It enforces focus, prevents burnout by building in regular recovery time, and it helps recharge your mental state so you can dive back in fresh.
Yeah.
Keeps you from just fading out after an hour.
Okay. And mind mapping, how does that help with clarity and remembering stuff?
Mind mapping taps into how our brains naturally work visually and through associations. You start with a central idea, then branch out with related topics and subtopics, using keywords, images, colors. It helps you see the connections between ideas, which you might miss in linear notes.
So it's more engaging.
Much more. It forces active processing and organization, leading to deeper understanding, and it's super adaptable for almost any subject.
Right. Now let's talk environment, our surroundings. Does it really matter where we study? The book seems to think so. How do we create a productive space?
It matters a lot more than people often realize. Dr. Howdy points out that a cluttered space can actually suddenly increase stress hormones, believe it or not. Cognitive load increases. So the idea is to create a dedicated distraction-free zone. Declutter your desk. Keep only the essentials easily accessible: books, notes, pens. Good lighting is important to natural light, if possible. And even personalizing it a bit, maybe with a plant or a motivational quote, can make it feel more inviting and less like a chore to sit down and study.
And the big one, minimizing distractions. My phone is my enemy sometimes.
You and most people. The book says identify your specific triggers. Is it noise, digital devices, clutter? Then create strategies. Have that dedicated study area. Use noise-canceling headphones if you need quiet. Maybe use website blockers or apps that limit phone usage during study times. Set specific times to check your phone rather than letting it interrupt you constantly.
It's about setting boundaries, really.
Exactly. Consciously creating that space for deep focus.
Okay, but what about using tech wisely? Can it actually help us focus and learn better instead of just being a distraction?
Absolutely, if you use it intentionally. Dr. Howe's approach isn't anti-tech. It's about using it smartly. Think educational apps, online resources that offer interactive learning, organizing your digital files logically with folders and labels, using focus apps or website blockers during study time, collaborative platforms for group projects, digital calendars to plan your schedule. Technology can be a powerful ally when you make it serve your learning goals.
Okay, time management, always a challenge. How does the book suggest planning a study schedule that actually works, especially with other commitments?
It starts with honesty. You need to assess all your commitments, classes, work, social life, personal stuff. Get it all down. Then, prioritize your study tasks. Which subjects are hardest? Which exams are closest? Break the study time down into those manageable blocks we talked about, like the Pomodoro chunks, 25-50 minutes with short breaks. And crucially, build in flexibility. Dr. Howe really stresses this. Life happens. Being able to adjust your schedule without feeling like a failure actually reduces stress.
So when you've got that massive to-do list, how do you figure out what to tackle first? How do you prioritize effectively?
Good question. First, list everything. Just dump it all out. Then, evaluate each task based on, say, importance and urgency. You can categorize them: urgent and important. Do it now.
Yeah.
Important but not urgent. Schedule it. Urgent but not important. Delegate or minimize. Not urgent or important. Maybe drop it. This helps you focus on the high-impact stuff first. And again, stay adaptable. Priorities might shift.
And balancing study with breaks. It's more than just those 5-minute Pomodoro breaks, right?
Definitely. Well, the short breaks are key for maintaining focus during sessions. Dr. Who also emphasizes longer breaks, 15, 20, 30 minutes after maybe a couple of hours of work. Use that time to step away completely, have a healthy snack, do something you enjoy, stretch, talk to someone. The real key here is learning to listen to your body and mind. If you feel your focus genuinely slipping, pushing through is often less productive than taking a proper break. It helps maintain a positive attitude, too.
Makes sense. Let's talk about physical health. It plays such a huge role, but often gets pushed aside. Nutrition for brain power. What does the book highlight?
Oh, nutrition is vital. Dr. Who points out some key players. Omega-3 fatty acids, you find those in salmon, walnuts, flax seeds. They're crucial for brain cell membranes, communication between brain cells. Really important for memory. Antioxidants, too, from fruits, vegetables like berries, dark leafy greens, nuts. They protect your brain cells from stress damage.
And water.
Hydration, yes. Your brain is about 75% water. Even mild dehydration can significantly tank your focus and energy levels.
Right.
Keep a water bottle handy. And smart snacks, things with protein and fiber like yogurt or nuts, give you sustained energy, unlike sugary stuff that leads to a crash.
Okay. And sleep. The thing students always seem to sacrifice first when things get busy. Why is it so important, according to Dr. Ho?
It's maybe the most important, yet often the first to go. It raises that question, doesn't it? Why sacrifice something so fundamental? Sleep isn't just passive rest. It's when your brain works hard, consolidating information, transferring memories from short-term to long-term storage. Getting enough quality sleep dramatically improves memory retention, concentration, problem-solving skills, all essential for studying.
And probably helps with stress levels, too.
Massively. It's critical for emotional regulation. Reduces stress, anxiety, improves your overall mood. So creating a good sleep environment, dark, quiet, cool, and sticking to a regular sleep schedule as much as possible. It's non-negotiable for peak academic performance.
And finally, exercise. Again, students often feel like they just don't have time. What's the argument for fitting it in?
The argument is that it gives you more effective time, essentially. Dr. Howe emphasizes you don't need hours in the gym. Even incorporating small bursts of movement, taking the stairs, a brisk walk between classes, stretching breaks makes a difference. If you can do structured exercise, jogging, sports, whatever you enjoy, that's even better. Exercise enhances focus, memory, overall brain function. Plus, it releases endorphins.
Nature is stress reliever.
Exactly. So it has profound cognitive and emotional benefits. Finding something you like and making it routine is key.
Okay, so we've studied smart, taking care of ourselves. How do we make sure the information actually sticks for the exam? The book talks about spaced repetition.
Spaced repetition. It's such a powerful technique based on how our memory works. The idea is to review material at increasing intervals. So maybe review it one day after learning it, then 3 days later, then a week, then maybe a month later. It directly counters the forgetting curve, the natural tendency to forget information over time. By reviewing just as you're about to forget, you strengthen the neural connections.
Moving it into long-term memory.
Precisely. It pushes information deeper and makes it much more durable. Consistency is really key with this one.
What about visualization techniques? How can making mental pictures help?
Visualization helps make abstract concepts more concrete and memorable. Your brain remembers images better than just words. So things like mind mapping we discussed, or creating vivid mental scenes for historical events, or using diagrams and flowcharts for processes. It engages different parts of your brain.
It makes it less abstract, more tangible.
Exactly. It aids understanding and recall, and can actually reduce anxiety because the material feels more familiar.
And then there's the Feynman Technique. Sounds impressive. What's that about? Seems like it's about really understanding stuff.
It's totally about deep understanding, not just rote memorization. Named after the physicist Richard Feynman. Basically, you pick a concept. You try to explain it in the simplest possible terms, like you're teaching it to a child who knows nothing about it. Use simple language, analogies.
Okay.
Then you identify where you struggled. Where did your explanation get complicated or fuzzy? That's where your understanding is weak. So you go back to the source material to fill those gaps. You refine your simple explanation. Maybe even try explaining it out loud. If you can explain it simply and clearly, you truly understand it.
That sounds like a fantastic way to test your own knowledge before an exam.
It really is. It ruthlessly exposes gaps.
All right, exam day. The final boss. Understanding different exam formats, multiple choice, essays, any specific strategies from the book for tackling those?
Yeah, tailoring your approach is key. For multiple choice, practice is huge. Learn to spot keywords like always, never. Practice eliminating obviously wrong answers. Manage your time, mark tricky ones, and come back. For essays, practice outlining your arguments beforehand. Get familiar with common question types or prompts. Focus on clarity and structure. Practical exams need hands-on practice, knowing the procedures inside out. Oral exams. Practice talking about the subject, articulating your ideas clearly and confidently.
And that dreaded exam anxiety. Almost everyone feels it. What are the best ways to manage it right when the pressure hits?
Preparation is your best defense. Knowing you put in the work builds confidence. That's number one. On the day itself, simple relaxation techniques can work wonders. Deep breathing, a quick mindfulness moment to ground yourself. Calm the physical response. Positive self-talk is crucial. Remind yourself, I've prepared for this. I can do this. Counter those negative thoughts. And don't forget the basics. Being well rested, having eaten properly, maybe a little light exercise earlier. It all helps manage the physiological side of anxiety.
What about those last few minutes or the hour right before? Is there anything specific we should be doing or shouldn't be doing? Like last-minute review?
Dr. Ho advises against trying to cram new information right before. That usually just increases anxiety, doesn't stick anyway. Instead, focus on active recall of key concepts. Maybe quickly run through flashcards for definitions or formulas. Briefly use that Feynman technique on a core idea to check your simple understanding. Keep a structured schedule, even in that last hour, with breaks. Definitely prioritize relaxation, deep breaths, get into a positive mindset.
So it's about reinforcing confidence, not frantic cramming.
Exactly. Walk in feeling prepared and calm, not overloaded and panicked.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground in this deep dive. Seriously useful stuff. We've looked at stress itself, how it works physiologically, how it impacts learning, but also how to build a resilient mindset with positive thinking, realistic goals, self-compassion, then all those smart study techniques, active learning, Pomodoro, mind mapping, creating the right environment, managing time effectively, plus the crucial role of self-care, nutrition, sleep, exercise, and finally, those techniques for retention and nailing exam day strategies. It's a whole toolkit.
It really is a comprehensive approach.
Yeah. And these aren't just, random tips. They feel like a genuine roadmap, a way to transform how you approach studying, tackle challenges with more ease, and hopefully unlock your full potential. All these fantastic insights, remember, come from the book Stress-Free Studying, Your Key to Acing Every Exam by the brilliant Shushan Hale, PhD. And if you want to dive even deeper into resources like this for lifelong learning, personal growth, we highly recommend checking out kokoshungsan.net. So this deep dive really hammered home that stress doesn't actually help you learn. Understanding it, managing it, and bringing a calm, focused approach. That's what works. Which leaves me with a final thought for you to chew on. What other areas of your life could benefit from adopting this kind of stress-free mindset? Where else could seeing mistakes not as failures, but as really valuable opportunities for growth make a difference?
In a world of shadows loom and hearts grow weary, where pain is deep and souls are dreary, there's a melody, a song of hope, a whispered promise, a way to go in every corner where darkness remains. In a heart where love remains, there's a yearning, a silent plea for a world where all can truly be free. So let's mend the broken, live unfurled. Together we can heal the world. With hands entwined we'll rise above. Spread compassion, spread peace and love, in the echo of laughter, in the tear-stained eyes, in the silent prayers that reach the skies. There's symphony, there's a symphony, a harmonious call, uniting hearts, breaking down walls with every sunrise, with every dawn, a chance to mend, a chance to spawn a world calm. In a world where shadows loom and hearts grow weary, where pain is deep and souls are dreary, there's a melody, a song of hope, a whispered promise, a way to cope in every corner where darkness reigns, in every heart where love remains. There's a yearning, a silent plea let's mend the broken, let love unfurl. Together we can heal the world. With hands entwined we'll rise above. Spread compassion, spread peace and love. Join hands, let's stand tall. For in unity we'll never fall. With every act of kindness and the echo of laughter. In the echo laughter, in the tear-stained eyes, in the silent prayers that reach the skies, there's a symphony, a harmonious call, uniting hearts, breaking down walls. With every sunrise, with every dawn shine, a chance to mend, a chance to spawn a world of kindness, where every soul finds its rest.